Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry, my Tamil avla nalla pesamatta, but English is, I think,
Good morning,
a
good
good,
morning,
good thing.
everybody. I'm sure English is the what do you say, the known language to most people. Is that okay? English la peslama? Okay, fine, great.
So this is a different format. Revathi's been in Chennai for decades. 171 clubs here in District 3232, and none of you thought to ask her to become a Rotarian. But now she's a Rotarian with the Organ Donation Club, and we welcome the first actor in India to become a Rotarian. I don't know of any other actor who is a Rotarian. I'd like to specifically thank DG Nandakumar for inviting me here. And God's grace, I've been able to come because when he invited me, I was somewhere in Ecuador or Colombia driving on my way to Melbourne. The opportunity to speak to 171 clubs of District 3232, of which our club belongs, we wanted to make sure that cutting short that journey to make it here was well worth it, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that there is no one dying waiting for an organ, at least in 3232. It's really important that we as Rotarians understand what organ donation is, what it takes. Because if we don't understand, we're not going to tell our communities what to make of it. So the idea of coming here and appealing to all of you is to have you educate yourselves or have each other educate each other so that we can have a sustained effort of an organ donation project in each of our clubs every year, just like we do for polio. In my opinion, I think polio is getting very lonely. It needs some company. So I invited Revathi to join our club for a very specific reason. Now, Revathi, I know why I invited you. Why did you say yes?
Okay, just I know Anil knows about it. I just wanted to tell you all that very long ago, and for me, many things are long, long ago. So, in 97 or so, Dr. Shroff of Mohan Foundation invited me to be the first organ donor card holder. And that was in Chennai. So Anala, I have the organ donor card holder from 97 onwards. So I believe that if medicine has come to a point where a person's organ can be taken out, whether living or cadaver, can be taken out and given to another person so that his or her life is, the person has a better life. So why not? So after a lot of conversations with Dr. Shroff and the way he believed in it, I believed in what he said, and I decided to be a organ card holder. So at any point, if sometime in my life, if there is, brain death, then my sister, whom I've spoken to, or my family can donate all my organs, and it's already written there. Or even after my death, then at least my eyes can be donated. So you don't need to ask anybody's permission. There is this card that says that please donate all my organs. So that is how I got into organ donation. And so, Anil, when you asked me about this, Rotary Club of Organ Donation, I was quite enthused to join.
Well, thank you. Now, what she said is a very interesting setup for me to tell you what I'm going to say now. In India, I don't know how many of you know, the law states that only your next of kin has the right to donate your organ. So even if you have a card, it doesn't matter. The card has no legal validity. it is not valid legally. You still need permission of your next of kin, and that's the law in India. Which means you've got to have this conversation with your family. They've got to consent with you. You've got to keep talking to them about your wishes, as if it were your last wish. And nobody likes to emotionally discard somebody's last wishes in our culture, right? So that's how you have to use this. So the card is only an intent, a display of your intent. While she spoke about at least my eyes can be donated post my life, there are many other things that you can donate apart from your eyes. Imagine your heart valves going to a child, because most children are needing heart valves with heart conditions. Imagine your skin going to a burn victim to heal them, to reconstruct their face or their arms or whatever else. Imagine your kneecaps or the bones going to somebody else. So pretty much what science is doing is validating the spiritual sanction of our bodies to help somebody else. It's funny, I was in a Ganesh puja, in a Ganesh pandal outside of India, the biggest one in the world outside of India, in New Jersey this year. And most people over there would come and say, no, I don't believe in organ donation. So all I asked them is, do you believe in Lord Ganesh? They said, yes, of course we believe in Lord Ganesh because that's why we're here. I said, well, an elephant gave Ganesh some hope, and now Ganesh gives us hope, so why can't we be somebody's elephant and give somebody else some hope? It's inherent, it's inbuilt in our culture. We just need to recognize it beyond the fears that we have. And the problem with love is fear rules it. The fear of death. In our culture, we don't speak about death. The moment you normalize it, you're less afraid of it. When you're less afraid of it, there's time for love to show up. Brothers don't give brothers a kidney or a liver when necessary. Sisters don't give sisters. Why? Because they're afraid. And love dies. So it's imperative that you continue to understand this and start teaching it to the people that you serve in your communities, in your Rotary clubs. Now, the medium of film. Have you had a chance to bring these themes into the films? Because films have a nice way of reaching people.
ஃபிலிம்ஸில் வந்து வாட் எவர் வி சே பீப்புள் பிலீவ். சில நேரங்களில் அது வந்து தப்பாகவும் கூட இருந்திருக்கலாம், யூனோ, பல டிசீசஸ் பற்றி இல்லை பல விஷயங்களை பற்றி. ஸோ there are times that you give the wrong information, and there are times that we people like me research on a specific cause and we give the right information. So recently it was very interesting. I did 2 films, one as an actor and one as a director. I directed a movie called Salam Venki, and this is about a real life story of a boy who lived in Hyderabad. He had Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Basically this particular disease, your muscles get wasted. And it's a degenerative disease, and most kids die by the age of 18, 20. This boy was amazing, and thanks to his mother. Most mothers are like that, they are the heroes of children who need support. So she helped him achieve several dreams, and in the end, when just before, as he was coming close to his death, he said that I want to donate all my organs. And for that, it has to be only if euthanasia was, possible. So it was a tough one, and this mother, Sujata, she fought it in Hyderabad court. There was also an appeal because they said no, euthanasia is illegal in India, and it's very difficult for it to come in India because it will be misused quite a bit. They re-appealed. Even then it was a no, but then he started the conversation. Dignity in death, If you are already confined in the hospital, how do you die with dignity? And the other thing is about organ donation. That there are at least a minimum of 6 to 7 people who are benefited with organ donation. So Venkatesh started this conversation and I wanted to make this film, and I have made this movie called Salam Venki, which is actually started showing on Zee TV from yesterday, 10th. So Z5 started showing it. So that is one film. And as an actor, I did another film called A Zindagi, in which I am the counselor. And this is also a true story about Lalita Raghuram and Mr. Raghuram. Lalita's 20-year-old son had an accident, a road accident in 2004. And it was, I think, in January. He was declared brain dead. And that mother, I have met her several times. She works with Mohan Foundation. She counsels people to donate, the organs of their loved ones. So she donated her son's organs when he was declared brain dead at the age of 20. I thought that was amazing. And I played her in A Zindagi. So these were two films that I did last year, and it came out back to back. And one I was acting and one I was directing. And both the films are somewhere connected to Mohan Foundation. One a counselor in Mohan Foundation, and the other because when Venkatesh was wanting to give, Mohan Foundation gave him a lot of advice. So in the organ donation has been part of my life for at least 2 to 2.5 decades. And I have seen several people who are close to me surviving because of organ donation. So I feel very close to this cause. And like Anil said, நம்ம யோசிக்கிறதுக்கு ஒண்ணே ஒண்ணுதான். None of the religions have said anything about organ donation. Religion பத்தி இல்ல. It is about medicine has grown to an extent where a person's heart can be removed and given to another person, and that heart beats in that person for several years. Why can't we do it? It is just basic, simple. நம்ம அன்னதானம் கொடுக்கிறோம். ஒருத்தருக்கு சாப்பாடு இல்லைன்னா அவங்க பசியை போக்குறதுக்காக நம்ம சாப்பாடு கொடுக்குறோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் கண் தானமும் இப்போ பெருசாயிடுச்சு. கண் தானம் கொடுத்தா somebody can see. But now medicine has given us the opportunity. So அது புதைச்சி வைக்கிறதுலையோ இல்லை எரிச்சு வைக்கிறதுலையோ நம்ம இன்னொருத்தருக்கு வாழ்க்கை கொடுக்கறதுல எவ்வளோ பெரிய விஷயம். So I feel that, we really need to think about it. And Rotary as an organization has done amazing work in the field of polio. And Anil was talking that, if Rotary comes together and sees to it that no one dies because of waiting for an organ. If we can do that, and Rotary, நீங்க எல்லாரும் you're all very powerful people because you have this network which is international. So this power, if we can use and help people who need organs and help the medical community who's able to do it, I'm sure, there'll be many people who will thank Rotary again, like how everybody thanks for what Rotary has done with Polio Plus program. Again, Rotary will be thanked for and will be remembered, by several thousands, because you will be helping them, have a better life. So do think about this program. I'm sure, Anil will be able to.
Just as news for you, kidney disease is becoming the #1 killer in India. And definitely in South India and definitely in Tamil Nadu. More people are dying of CKD than tuberculosis. And that's unnecessary. But thank you for that plug, Revathi, because I'm going to get to this final place where I need you to see something and hear of something. Organ donation is the privilege of the rich in this country. Poor people have love in their homes. They have donors willing to give it to them, but they don't have money for the treatment. So the Rotary Club of Organ Donation is doing its first global grant, thanks to DG Nandakumar, who's supporting it, that we want to do 100 free transplants for women and children. We've negotiated a very, very low price with 2 hospitals, Manipal and Astor, because they have a national network. And each transplant costs 6.5 lakhs now. With 170 clubs in this district alone, we can complete this mission without a global grant, frankly, if each club donates 6.5 lakhs. Now, I challenge anybody here today now. I will match at least 2 transplants. So if I get 2 people saying, I'll donate one, I will match till 2. I will give 2. So if anyone's up to the challenge here, who can say, yes, I'll give you 1, and I'll give 1 too. So we'll get 4 today. 4 people can live for sure today if you want to go there. Okay, so think about this. There's 1 hand come up there. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
You're all going to give 1 transplant donate? This is going to either a child or a woman. Why a woman? Because there is a gender bias where poorer families think the life of a woman is less important, so they don't spend money on them. And so we want to make sure that we change that thinking. The last thing, sorry, Revathi, go ahead.
No, so if the Rotary Club of Organ Donation can get the details of these 10 or 12 hands that came up, it will be fabulous. And we can start this rolling, you know. I know Kalankatala donation pathiyum kidney problems pathiyum pesradhu vandu periya nalla vishayam kedaiyadhu. But I think we are talking about life, giving life. And I think that is an amazing start to a day. So yes, that's fabulous. Anil, you should continue that.
If everyone who's raised a hand after this talk would meet us over there, that would be really great. The last thing I need you to know is organ donation can happen when you're alive. I've started this mission because I'm a living example of that. I want you to know that I'm a kidney donor. I gave it to my Rotarian brother who's a neurosurgeon. Both of us represent India. This is my Team India t-shirt. We represent India in the World Transplant Games. And in the history of the Games, the 44-year history of the Games, for the first time, a recipient and a donor both won gold for the country. So my brother and I both won gold for India in the 2019 Games. Only to show you that even living on 1 kidney, you can live a healthy, active, athletic life. And I'm 55 now. And I can run the 100-meter sprint in 13.6 seconds. So it just goes to show, go ahead and donate a kidney or a liver to someone you love in your families. You will be okay. DG?
I would request the people who put your hands up again. Can you put your hands up? Super. Why don't you all who put your hands up come on the stage, please? Thank you.
I think recognizing people who are willing to donate is fabulous.
I don't know if Sharath is here. He's from the Rotary Club of Guindy. He's a kidney donor, but he never talked about it. There are lots of Rotarians who are organ donors, living donors, but don't talk about it. So please, you must. Because every time you show people your life, they're inspired.
So Anil, all these people are giving you how much per head?
6.5 lakhs, 1 transplant.
For every transplant. So they're going to tell me now how much each one of them is going to be giving us now. Come.
So put your hands together to these noble souls who are giving their organs.
Come this side.
Hi.
This side, Vang. Please
Hi.
come this side.
Come.
Yeah. Come that side.
What a noble message in the morning.
Vanga. Careful.
Hi.
Well, this is overwhelming. I wasn't expecting this kind of response.
Sumedha,
Thank you.
you know him.
Yes.
This is something extraordinary. We have so
So
many people.
all these people are going to be giving us some money. Anil, you need to start very fast and go.
அனில் என்ன நினைச்சார்னா சென்னையில 2 பேர் கை தூக்குவாங்க. நீங்க என்ன நினைச்சாங்க சென்னையை பத்தி? அப்படிதானே?
உன் district பத்தி உனக்கே தெரியல நீ.
This is my first year in the district. We are going to be a 1-year-old club in March.
Sridhar, வாங்க. நீங்களும் கொடுக்க போறீங்க. ரவி, வாங்க. Come Ravi. Incidentally, Anil, Sridhar started your club last year, just for your information.
DG Sridhar, it's good to meet you finally. Yes.
It's online.
So he
is also going to give you 6.5 lakhs. Don't worry.
Okay, done. That's me.
Hi.
And this is your next governor. Know him, Ravi Raman.
Yeah, all three papers.
Hello.
So Ravi, how much are you going to support him? You are already supporting him too much.
We have too many supporting.
He will do it, what needs to be done. So let's start with somebody who is going to donate.
My eyes.
No, we are talking about.
We are talking about money.
We're
What are you
talking-
going to
we're talking
contribute for
about
this?
supporting-
For whatever Anil asked.
Yeah. We are actually asking about supporting the 6.5
பாடியை கேட்கல
lakh
அவங்க பணத்தை கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க.
for each donation. 6.5 லட்சம் கொடுத்தா ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒரு சர்ஜரி பண்ண முடியும். So that is what he is talking about.
Yeah, one transplant, 6.5 lakhs from me, from my family. It's not Srikanth of Chennai Upscale.
So what we're asking for, a lot of people here on the stage have come to say that we will
Okay,
donate
so
this organ or that organ. but
All
we're
of you
looking-
who are interested in contributing money for this, after this can get down and go to the side over there and give your names to them, and we will get in touch with you and take this forward from there. Let's pose for a quick picture.
And those of you who came up here to give an organ, please inform your family. Only then will it happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
So that was a wonderful message given by both Anil and Revathi, and give them a big hand for this noble cause, making people live, giving life to people, nothing better than that.
நம்மை நிறைய யோசிக்க வைத்த நிகழ்ச்சி இது. காயமே இது பொய்யடா, வெறும் காற்றடைத்த பையடா, மாயனார் குயவன் செய்த மண்பாண்டம் ஓடடா என்கிறது சித்தர் பாடல். உடல் தானம் பற்றிய அருமையான பகிர்தலை கண்டு மனம் நிறைந்தோம். We invite IPDG Sridhar to honor the guests.
Requesting IPDG Sridhar to stay back on stage and to honor the speakers. So our next session is going to be from Swami Mitrananda, and to take you through those sessions, we have Kajal Lalwani and Balachandar, the MCs for the session.
So friends, the first cost-based club in our district, Rotary Club of Organ Donation, and we are today formally pinning the Rotary pin onto Rotarian Revathi.
Can I invite the two members of our club over here, the club secretary Archana and Marianne. Dr. Archana, who just flew from Delhi for this talk and this conference today. We are a virtual club, so we don't get to meet each other very much, so correct. Because I keep traveling so much, it's difficult to run a club, and Dr. Archana is the one that's the pillar of all of this for the last 1 year. And Marianne is local, she's from Chennai, a very well-known master of ceremonies, and also a caregiver to her husband who had 2 transplants.